Alright guys, welcome back to yet another episode of What a Mess. Today I'm going to be setting up my homemade pull station here, which really isn't going to be much different than any other initiating device because most pull stations have two terminals, so this is going to be pretty basic and straightforward, and is really no different than a real device, no different than the simplex, so let's get right into it. Wires. Always going to need wires when you're dealing with a system like this. So, know the drill. We're going to feed one wire through our knockout. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a wire nut on this here. Not because it really needs protection as much, but just the yellow is an eye-catching color, and I'll be able to see it real easy. I'm searching for that one wire in my entire mess of wires. So what I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to attach this wire to one end of my switch. Once I think that's secure, I'm going to grab another wire. Again, I'm going to thread this wire through my knockout. Got my one end on this side here. My other end, I'm going to put another wire nut on it. At this point, since these are both running through the negative, it doesn't matter as much which one I use as long as they run through the switch and they both connect to the negative. We're going to have no problems. Hopefully no problems. I always seem to find problems with these homemade systems. That's why we're doing this series. But we'll see. Now in theory, that's 50% wired up. Now, I'm going to have one of my terminals here. I'm going to pick this one, or I'm sorry, wires, not terminals. And I'm going to wire it up to zone 2 here. Technical difficulties. I accidentally installed these switches so close together, it's really hard to maintain them. Get that out a little bit more. Put the wire in. Tighten it down again some more. Now for another wire. We're always in constant need of wire here. It's really what we're all about. Wires, wires, wires. With this, I'm going to connect to that same zone 2 switch, but on the opposite side, so it has to flow through the switch. I'm going to tighten it down. I'm going to attach it to the terminal where zone 1 comes in. I've already done this process for zone 1. Now I'm showing you how to do it with zone 2. You might be asking why it's coming into the same terminal as zone 2. The answer is comes out of zone 2 here, one source, but it has to go through two different switches. So in theory, we could individually control these pull stations just like we're doing with our NAC function switches. Now for the final wire. This wire we should be able to connect just directly to the main negative terminal. This should supply our power so that it can go through the pulse station and up to the notification clients. And remember, when we wired up our first relock exceeder, positive goes straight through, or pretty much. So our only switch on the positive side is our NAC switches. All the rest of our switches, including pulse stations, initiating devices, everything else is going to be on our negative side. Now it doesn't really matter because whether you put your switches on positive or negative, really the biggest thing is that at some point the circuit's going to be either interrupted or connected. Now I'm just doing this simply to help keep it organized in my head. If I have positive and negative here and there, it's going to get really complex. I'm going to have a lot more wires, a lot more wiring terminals, and it's going to be really crazy. This way, I can keep it simpler. I know that all of my silencing, acknowledging, initiating devices, zone switches, that's all negative. Then all of my NAC switches and all that, it's going to be on my positive circuit. So I'm going to go ahead, put zone 2 on, and open up my pull station here, and we're going to give it a test. I hope this works. Yes, it works. Now I'm going to flip on both of them, give it another test. Great, they both work. Now I'm going to go ahead and test my zone disable feature. So zone 2 is disabled, that's why that didn't go off. Now let's try zone 1. That works. Let's flip it. Zone 2 on, zone 1 off. So zone 1 is on, zone 2 works. Sorry, zone 2 is on, zone 2 works. Zone 1 is off, zone 1 does not work. Now let me test the silence feature on zone 2. And that works just like it should. So there's how to wire up a pull station to your system. And I did that with my simplex before I made this video. So again, double that time. And now through all of our videos, add that up, double some times, and you now have this system. So basically what I have here is almost my fully functioning system from when we started, and that's just really great. I'm really excited. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.